and welcome to the TheBeatRoute channel. Thank you for taking time to join us. Today we'll be investigating the Kelmarsh Tunnels, situated near the borders of Northamptonshire and Leicestershire in England, in the United Kingdom. Are you ready to go? Come on, let's go take a look. We are now heading south towards the Kelmarsh Tunnels, following the path of the disused rail lines. Try and picture in your mind what the landscape would look like back in 1850s. The tunnels were part of the London and North Western Railways. To the north, which is now beyond us, there's another tunnel at Great Oxenden before the line finally reaches Market Harborough. So now we can see the north portal of the southbound or up tunnel coming into view. To the south, we can just make out the other end of the tunnel. That little speck of light, can you see it? Lamport, amongst others, would be stations that would be ready to welcome us upon exiting the tunnel. This tunnel bore is 520 yards long, and as you can see, it is very dark. The puddle of light we are walking towards is coming from the tunnel's only ventilation shaft, and as well as ventilation, this shaft, as in many other tunnels, was also critical to its construction. The navigators, or navvies as they were known, would use the shafts to remove waste and deliver materials to the various workfaces. After asking the landowner for permission, we make our way to the top of the tunnel shaft. These landmarks can be seen throughout England and surrounding lands. See the strong engineering bricks there, where we'll be seeing a lot more of those during this film. At the top of the shaft, the brickwork corbels out to support a later fitted concrete collar. Can we go back down now, Mark?
Yeah, but watch your step.
Oh, me back. Although no bricked up and sealed off, this is a workers' refuge. These small side areas were incorporated into the narrow Kelmarsh bores to allow maintenance operatives to take shelter safely away from passing trains. It's a bit small, isn't it? We are now approaching the southern portal or tunnel mouth. As the natural daylight floods into the tunnel mouth, it is very evident of what a fantastic job the conservation teams have achieved.
Just ignore the graffiti.
Shush, Mark, they won't notice. Right, where was I? So as we come back out into open air, we can pause for thought. As mentioned at the top of the film, there is a second tunnel. Now, I wonder where it could be. Before we go any further, let's take stock of where we are. And let's dig into the relevant facts. We are now situated on the Northampton to Market Harborough line, engineered by George R. Stevenson and George Parker Bidder. Richard Dunkley of Blisworth was awarded the contract to build the first tunnel, and on the 16th of February 1859 it was officially opened. The original tunnel was single track. However, as rail freight increased, the line was doubled, resulting in the second tunnel being built. Due to the small bore of the two tunnels, they were known as the rat holes to the drivers of that time. Nowadays, The disused Northampton to Market Harbour line is part of the Brompton Valley Way, a nature trail for ramblers, and is also part of the national cycling network. Unlike first tunnel, the down tunnel or second tunnel is no longer officially open to the public. However, look at nature reclaiming a territory. Absolutely glorious. Let's go take a closer look. Following the success of canal tunnelling techniques in the 1700s, these rail tunnels were an example of cutting-edge engineering of their time. Allegedly, an automotive company wanted to convert these bores into a wind test tunnel. However, facts to confirm this we cannot find. Here we see an example of traditional ring-bonded brickwork holding the portal in place. This was achieved by having multiple perpendicular joints in between the horizontal courses. So as the portal rises, we can see the more common practice of staggered brickwork courses on display. We do have a detailed film dedicated to tunnel construction from these times in the pipeline. Pun intended.
It's all on track.
When tunnels were operational, the portals had drainage channels to carry water away from the structure into catchment pits like this one. Due to 3 days of torrential rain before our final visit to the tunnels, we were fortunate enough to see the design, be it derelict and somewhat off course, in action. So like a pair of old mountain goats, we clambered up the embankment, where we were able to film the intended use of the tunnel mouth drainage system. Look at that shooting down there. From there, via the catchment pits, the water was channeled through drainage courses and culverts, such as this one. It's amazing to see how structurally sound it is after all this time. And once again, due to Mother Nature's help, we have the privilege of seeing them working one more time. Fantastic. And thanks to the engineers back then, the same practices are still in use today, just bigger. Without getting flushed away, just like this film, the beautiful Northampton to Market Harbour line finally met its end. Though freight continued to roll along its rails, the passenger service was dissolved from 1960. As track deteriorated and speed limits got lower, on the 16th of August 1981, alas, the line was closed. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our film, and we will be back soon, no doubt about that. So all's left to say, from me, Billy Johnson, and all at the BeatRoute channel, cheerio, bye bye!